Hi everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt. Today's video will be covering all the map information and everything to do with that. So this is mainly alongside the featurette that was released a couple of days ago. So I'll be covering like what we saw in that featurette and what that means for the map, and yeah. But before we actually get into this video, I just want to know, guys, if you are excited for Farming Simulator 20, make sure you do smash the like button, and if you are not excited for Farming Simulator 20, then hit the dislike button. And yep, that's all I want to say, so let's just get straight on with it. So the first thing we know is that there are going to be like plenty of mountains. It's not going to be a flat map like FS18 was, but it's really is really good, because I love it. I love having like mountains that you can drive up, and yeah, it's just always nice, and yeah, that's one thing that I do like about Farming Simulator games. And FS18 obviously having a flat map was not that good, but if you have actually watched the featurette, and it will be on the screen now, all the mountains are like really hilly, and it's really impressive actually. There are big mountains, big hills, and a lot of different terrain, which is very impressive, and I'm really liking it. And so far we've got like pictures on this grain storage, we've got pictures on the sawmill of the animal buying place, many awesome little pictures and like sneak peeks. So that's always nice to see. So that's the first thing. We know we've got 3D ground, and like it's actually built up unlike FS18, so that's pretty awesome. Moving on to the second thing, we know that we're gonna have roads. So roads, yeah, we're gonna have like paved roads instead of just like the horrible, like weird grass ones we had in FS18. So this is a huge like upgrade, because we do actually have the grass ones and like dirt trails, as well as like actual roads, tarmac roads. So that's always nice to see. And obviously you could just drive anywhere in FS18, but in FS20 you can drive wherever you want. Let me rephrase that, you can drive wherever you want on the road. Otherwise it would just like, yeah, you're gonna ruin your tractor. So that's always good. Moving on to number 3, we actually have like the locations on the map. So FS18 just had everything in one compact area, and I didn't like that. I never really liked that, because it was a small map. Obviously it's a mobile game that wasn't like FS20, so it had all the grain storage and everything like that in one little area, unlike FS18 has like a lot of stuff spread around the map, so it's in different areas. So that's really awesome and a good thing to see, because for me the driving aspect where you have to travel to the places is personally one of the things that I like in farming games, and that's what I do like to see, especially on these new roads as well. They do look really good, so I'll be excited to try these out on the 3rd of December, which is 16 days away at the time I'm recording this video, so it's very very close. And the next thing we have is the fields. So the fields are actually like really big. You might not have caught it in the trailer, but it's actually really big and impressive. So in FS18 there were small fields that were just like flat, and these actually have terrain and are actually really big fields. And you can see the textures in the featurette. They're really impressive. I'm very impressed with it, and you can see the texture is really impressive, and that's one thing that I'm really impressed with. And you can see the texture not only of the plants but the actual field itself, so that's always nice. And if you do actually follow Giants on Instagram, I think it was, they actually post like a little gameplay thing which I got a bit of information from, so I'll be covering that soon. And you can see like the textures are very impressive, and that's one thing I do like to see. Moving on to the next thing, we have like shops, and by that I mean not actual shops but like little decorations around the map. This is not really a huge thing, it doesn't really make a difference to us, but it's always nice to see, and it just adds that little bit of decoration and realism to the game. And I'm currently on the featurette now while I'm recording this, and I can see that it's really cool. You can see the detail around the map. There are lakes and stuff like that, and just decoration that make no difference to you actually farming, but actually makes a lot of difference in realism and in terms of decoration. So that's always nice. And they have the POIs. They have bioflakes. I think that is the biogas place, so where you put grass and stuff. So that's just another thing. So grass was actually confirmed on the website, so I'll be covering that in another video as well. But yep, so there will be grass and biogas places, so that's cool. And then we also have like the cattle stuff. That's awesome as well, bringing back onto that realism. We have the cattle sheds that look really awesome actually, and stuff like that. Then moving on to the next one, we do actually have animals. So by this, I covered that a couple of seconds ago, but we do actually have the animals, and to go along with them we have the pens and the fields and stuff. So cows have a more diverse pen. It is like bigger, well, it's just like different shapes and sizes, which is always nice. And they have the grass inside, and the texture of the grass is different, as if the cows have been eating it. So that's just a tiny little detail, but it's awesome. I like to see it, and yeah, that's really awesome, really. Really. And if you did actually catch the pig pens in the featurette, you could actually see they look very good. Moving on to the next thing, we have car washers. This is like a little thing, but if you are looking closely into the featurettes, you can see there's a place where you can actually go and wash your car in the map, which is pretty awesome. And you have, next to that, you have the car service, where you can like get your car refueled, so like a gas station or a petrol station, you get it refueled and serviced, so that's always cool. Bit like FS19. And then moving on to the next thing, we have like the shop is way upgraded. So in FS18, I think it was, you had to go and drive, like, let me rephrase this, right, so you had to actually not do anything really, it just like dropped off at your farm. But in FS20 you have to actually drive to the thing or walk to it like you do in FS19 to pick up your vehicle, or you have to use a low loader or something like that. So that's just another sense of realism and pretty awesome thing overall. Then moving on to the next thing, we have trees. And a lot of people have been talking about this forestry debate and whether they'll have it or not. I covered it in my last video, but a couple of people said a few things, and someone actually disagreed with me. Someone gave a really good argument that some of like the tools that were seen in the featurettes weren't actually on the website, so shout out to you if you said that. And it was a very good point actually. So we could actually be seeing forestry. We don't have it confirmed. We don't have any of the tools confirmed, or chainsaws, whatever. But there were plenty of trees around the map, so that's one thing. And these are trees that you could chop down, and they show them in the featurette. But trees, it's just realistic, and I crash into them all the time, but, you know, it's just a bit of realism. And there's the things dotted around the map. And there are so many things. There's pig pens, there's like a huge place for pigs. And this wasn't in FS19, I don't think. So that's one thing they've actually added into FS20 new. So they haven't actually taken that from FS19. So it's pig pens, so they're like tiny little houses, so that pigs live in, so that's cool. Awesome. And then they're like the slurry as well. That's one place around the map linking back to the POIs. I'm just skimming through it and looking what is actually on the map, and there is one huge farmhouse at the top, with the American flag on it, and it's like a big, I assume that's your farm, like the main farmyard, but it's a huge house and there's like little buildings around it as well, which is always cool and it's nice to see. But yeah, that's one of the big things in the map, is the farmhouse takes up a lot of room obviously. And then we have the horses. So the horses, yet again, the textures on the ground is like they've been eating the grass. So a nice little detail from Giants, so that's always nice. And they are in a pen. They are, well, not really a pen, a stable sort of thing. And they are in a field, and it's just a little cool thing there. And you can actually drive around on the horses, which is always nice. And I'm looking again at the crops, like the grown ready to harvest crops look really good against the brown fields. So that's always really awesome. And yeah, so as everyone knows, the release, I'm just going to cover it again, the release date is December the 3rd, yep, which is 16 days away, and it will probably release at midnight on that day, but we don't know yet. So hopefully we'll get a confirmation soon. And it will be able to buy on the Nintendo Switch eShop, the App Store and Google Play. It's made by Giant Software and Focus Home Interactive, and it's rated PEGI free. So yeah, that was all I really wanted to cover today's video. If you did watch the featurette in the background, then you will have picked up on some of these things as well, so that's always nice. And yeah, I hope everyone did enjoy today's video. I just wanted to get this out. I haven't uploaded in a while, but I've got a load of new FS20 videos coming soon. So thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and like the video as well, because it helps me out a ton. And if you are subscribed, then turn on notifications as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, it means a lot to me, and yeah, see everybody next time. Bye.